Okay, we're going to do a lesson on sevenths, and your completion goal for this lesson is going to be to play the following chords, seventh chords, all the way up the keyboard in their various inversions, okay? So here's one. I'll introduce the goal first and then I'll explain what we're doing. Okay, and then we'll want to do one in F also. And then G. Okay, so that's our goal. Now, what is a seventh? Well, we learned the 1 chord and the 4 chord and the 5 chord in various keys. In the key of C, the 1 chord is made with the 1 degree of the scale, so the first note, plus the 3rd and the 5th. There's the 1 chord. The 4 chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, skip, skip. Or if you want to do it a little more scientifically, it's F, whole, whole, half, whole. The 5 chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip, skip. Or G, whole, whole, half, whole. So that's the 1, the 4, and the 5 intervals. Now, here's a 2 interval. Here's a 3 interval, third interval. Here's a 4th interval. Here's a 5th interval. What would this one be? Well, the 6th. And it so happens that there are 2 7th intervals. One here, and then there's the 8th interval, octave. Okay? Now, we're going to focus for a minute on the 7th intervals. Now, I don't use this one. This is called the major 7th, and it's a half step down from the octave. What I use mostly is the dominant 7th, or that just commonly called the 7th, and it's a whole step down from the octave, okay? So all you do to make a 7th in any key is you take the triad of that key, and then you take the first one, go up an octave, come down 1 whole step. Or, if you prefer, you could go 1 skip, skip, and then whole half, all right? It works either way. But that's how you find it. And then you can do inversions just like with any other chord, except there's 4 notes in the chord instead of 3, so there's more inversions. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and I want you to be able to do that to complete the lesson. Then you do the same thing in G. Find the 7th, whole, half, or if you want to go octave and down a whole, either way. Up the inversions, and then F. Made a mistake there, but you get the idea. Now, let's apply this 7th stuff. Where do we use 7ths? Well, let's take the song Amazing Grace. There's one place, you see that? Instead of using a D chord, I use a D7th simply by moving my finger from the A to the C, which is 1 whole step down from the octave. See that? And I just know from experience that 7ths often sound good with 5 chords in hymns. Now, there's another sort of a rule that works in hymn playing, and that is if you're currently playing a particular chord and you are going to another chord which is a 4th interval up, then the 7th chord often sounds good. So look, that's the next chord, and look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we can apply this thinking another place in the song. Let's back up. Okay, that would be the normal chord. However, the very next chord we're going to is C, which happens to be 1, 2, 3, 4 up from the G. So guess what? We could go how nice that sounds? back to our 5 chord, which goes well with the 7th. Okay, so that's 7th chords, and to pass the lesson, you just need to be able to do the 7th chord in the key of C, the key of F, and the key of G. We won't get into B flat and E flat. You could do that for extra credit if you want, but we'll start with those 3 common keys, okay?